Snake. Do you know what today is?
Yeah. It's Sunday, Kaz. Our one day off from manipulating international conflicts and secretly guiding the geo-military course of the world.
It's not just any Sunday.
What is it, laundry day? My bandana's filthy.
It's October 21st, 2018. It's been exactly 20 years to the day since the Shadow Moses incident.
20 years. Hard to believe. A lot of adventures since then.
And one hell of a lot of cheeseburgers.
You're a strange cat, Kaz.
The key is, artificial ingredients.
Not sure where you're going with this.
I'm just saying, the world has been listening to us for a long time now. I think we owe them our thanks.
What? Like a tribute video or something?
Yeah. Something to show our love. To let the world know that the members of Militaire Sans Frontières haven't forgotten them.
It's a fine idea, but... Kaz...
What is it, Snake?
You realize that when you tweeted me, we sparked rumors of a new Metal Gear game.
What? We did?
Yeah. Fan madness worldwide. Mass hysteria. I've been getting Google alerts all weekend.
Snake.
What is it, Kaz?
They're gonna kill us for this, aren't they?
Yes, they are, Kaz, and rightfully so. Because Twitter has changed.
So what do we do now? Well, maybe we should have some cheeseburgers. What do you say?
Let's do it.
All right. Good times.
Hi, I'm David Hayter.
And Robin Atkin Downes.
Let's get this set up here, because I know we have a few questions out there. Twitter has obviously gone a little crazy. Oh, now we get feedback. I guess we'll turn down so we can see questions. I see what's up. Hi, David. Bless y'all.
Yep, there you go.
And y'all are so goofy.
Yes. It's just us hanging out. Robin gave me a call. It's been a long time since we hung out, Snake and Kaz, and seeing that this is the anniversary of the Metal Gear Solid for the PlayStation, we thought we would hang out and take some questions and interact with the fans. Unfortunately, it got a little out of hand, and here, this one. It got a little out of hand, and people were like, "It's a new Metal Gear game." What I don't think people realize is actors are never going to be able to announce a new Metal Gear game. They just don't tell us that stuff in advance. So, in any case, here we are.
Yeah, sorry, didn't mean to play you like a damn fiddle. But that definitely wasn't the intention. We just thought this would be cool, as it's been 20 years, to thank all the fans for supporting the game for so long and our work.
Yeah. Yes, it's just a hangout. I don't know why you're still here, but we will take your questions if you have any.
Yeah, maybe a few questions.
Like a damn fiddle.
Like a damn cheeseburger.
Kaz is performing at a fiddle concert.
You know, this is funny that you chose, because David brought over the cheeseburgers today. I didn't know where he was going to get them from, but I posted something on Twitter a little while back, and I got to say that Fat Burger, and we're not getting paid for this, is probably one of the best cheeseburgers in America. Love them. So
I agree.
Thank you.
It's my favorite one in LA.
Yeah.
Kojima is hiding in the piano. However, given his penchant for mystery, he will not be emerging. It just adds to the whole flavor of the whole thing. It is the Phantom Pain all over again. If I could dub the Kaz and Snake first time meeting, would I? No, I don't think so.
You know what you're talking about.
Is there anything that Kojima-san that you aren't allowed to tell yet, fans? No. No, Kojima doesn't really tell me anything. Can I say your name in the snake voice? Yeah. Your name is Matthew Dam Carver. So, favorite game to work on?
Oh man.
They're all fun to work on. You know, people ask me that all the time. They're all fun to work on. I think my favorite one to play was Snake Eater. Though I love them all, I think they're all really unique and brilliant in their own ways. And then Metal Gear 4 was very difficult to work on because I had to be old and falling apart, and it was a little close to home.
I think something cool that I don't think a lot of the fans know about is usually when I worked on all the other Metal Gear games that I worked on. I worked alone, but when we worked on Peace Walker, we actually got to sit together.
That's right.
And I met you for the first time. And so I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, typically when you do a video game, you're by yourself. But the first Metal Gear we did 20 years ago, we were all in a big living room together, and it makes the interaction a lot more real.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you're talking to a real person, or pretending to, like we are now. Mm-hmm. And so I really insisted that for all of the Metal Gear games that I get to be able to have all the actors come in, because it's the greatest actors in the world.
Thank you.
The greatest voice people in the world. And I get to work with amazing people like yourself, and it makes it just a lot more real for the fans.
I don't know if you remember, but the studio that we did Peace Walker was the studio where Michael Jackson recorded Thriller.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he recorded Thriller. And they had actually, they had a lot of rap groups come in, and I think there was some, one day I was recording in there, and there was a lot of smoke coming through the top, and I was like, I'm getting a little paranoid. I think I need to get out of here.
Cheeseburgers.
Yeah, cheeseburgers. Somebody asked, can you, we got a question, can you both cook a mean burger?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I do okay. I've got a good chicken dish that I call burned hand chicken, because it has to go on the top, and then it goes in the oven, and then you finish sauteing on top, and I always
burn your hand.
Yeah.
But that adds a certain flavor. Human meat.
Let's see. Watch out for. What does that say right there? Fox die.
Fox die in the burger. No.
Actually, I thought it would be fun if we just met under a cardboard box, but then I thought that's kind of taken.
That's a private conversation for later. But no, we specifically did not invite Jennifer Hale, specifically because I was concerned about fox die in my burger.
Somebody says, any chance you guys can go to the London Film and Comic-Con in 2019? Please. I don't know.
Works for me.
Yeah, if they fly us, I've got family over there, so if they fly us over, I'll be down.
I was just in London at a Comic-Con this summer, so if they're willing to have me back, I will always go. It's one of my favorite cities in the world.
Would you guys? Oh yeah, we already said this. Would we do the sauna scene? That's funny. I saw that online. Somebody wrote that, and I looked it up. I'd never seen that. It's a scene where it's all black and it's in the dark, and it's basically caught. There's nothing naughty going on, but they're just sort of,
as far as you can see,
talking in the sauna about saunas.
Is that? That might be one of the Kiefer ones. I don't plan on redubbing any of Kiefer's lines. He's Punished Snake, and I'm myself.
There you go.
Who voice acts Eva from MGS Street? This is interesting because this is a huge secret, and I'm not going to tell you today either because I can't.
Really?
I can't because I can't even tell you why on camera. I can tell you afterwards. Is not contractually allowed to be seen as this sort of thing. So,
okay.
Who would be a harder fight, Gray Fox or Guyver? I think Guyver because I would be afraid of messing up his hair. No. I'm literally eating burgers. This is literally my lunch.
I don't know how I ended up with a black napkin and you have a white. Is there some?
Because I'm a hero.
Some meaning? I got my arm.
Darkness in my soul.
Yeah.
Robin, they're a huge fan of yours from Prince of Persia.
I am the Prince of Persia.
I played Prince of Persia. You were excellent.
Thanks, man. The warrior within.
Was I sad that the fan MGS1 remake got shut down? I was sad. There was some really cool stuff going on there, but you know, as you guys know, there's a lot of moving parts and legalities and things that go into making a Metal Gear game, and that obviously complicates the whole process, and that gets in the way of just straight up fan love. I want to know why you guys didn't dub the sauna scene. I've always wondered.
Sounds like people want us to dub the sauna scene.
They do. Part of the reason why I've never done it is because this is the first time I'm hearing about it.
You never know. It might happen.
Oh, any chance we can see you two play Peace Walker together? Sure. Why not?
Yeah? Okay.
We can, but not right now because I'm eating lunch.
Yeah, we'll have to do it another time. Stay tuned. And thanks, by the way, thank you for all the people that follow me on Twitter.
Yes, and to my Twitter followers as well. I think I've made it clear that I love you more than my own family.
You guys support me in ways you can't understand, and I have some great news, but I can't talk about it now. Wait a minute.
Diamond Dogs.
Diamond Dogs. Come here, Diamond Dogs. Come here. Come here. No, don't eat the burger. Come here. And they see the pups. This is Sheba. Sheba.
Oh yeah.
Diamond Dog. Tessie.
Hello.
Tessie, come here. Come on. You can come up the couch. Come on. Come on. This is Tessie.
Doritos Diamond Tacos.
You're sweet. I love you too. Okay.
Do we miss working on the series? I do. You know, doing Snake was one of the best jobs I ever had, and although I had a very good run of games, but it is always an adventure to step into a new Metal Gear game and get to work with those amazing actors and with our English voice director, Chris Zimmerman.
Yes.
So yeah, I miss it quite a bit.
Yeah, I agree. I would love to work on something, anything with you again. That was fun.
It was fun.
You know, you never know down the line. Unfortunately, just, if you want to make it clear, there is nothing right now in the works. We just want to make that clear.
Well,
I mean, lead anybody on, but
hopefully there will be things to announce,
but I think it's important. I mean, to me, it says, all of the people that have been tweeting, it's exciting to me that people are truly interested in something else, and obviously, yeah, I'd be down for working on something else.
Absolutely. I think Robin was just sort of, I don't know how much experience you have tweeting to the Metal Gear community, but I have quite a bit. And when he sent me that first message, I was like, oh no, things are going to explode. So I do apologize for any misconception about new games and whatnot. I would love to do it. We'll see if Konami is able to make that happen because they own the property.
Let's see. We already got the who would win, guy was not. David, can you do both old Snake and young Snake voice, please?
Yes, so young Snake, at least when I did it for the first PlayStation game, it was very much like this, not too heavy. Big Boss got to be a little raspier, and then Old Snake started out like this, but throughout the game was aging, so I wanted him to fall apart so that his vocal cords were practically disintegrating as they went, and that's some of the different stages of Snake. My normal speaking voice, as I get older, becomes increasingly Old Snake against my will. So that's unfortunate.
Clearly, this is a teaser trailer or something. Guys, what is your favorite line from Metal Gear Solid series?
Well, I think mine is, I'm no hero. Never was. Never will be. I'm just an old killer hired to do some wet work. So it was a nice line from Metal Gear 4, and it sort of defined the man for me. He doesn't really romanticize what he has to do, but he recognizes the importance of it and goes out and does his job, and that's what I've always respected most about Snake.
For me, I mean, I just love, I love the character of Kaz. I love the history. I know there's so many great lines. I should clear up the "Play Me Like a Damn Fiddle" became such a meme, and I think what happened was, at that point, I was matching the mocap actors. We didn't know if it was going to be in a helicopter, how loud, so it ended up being a little bit louder and a little bit stronger than I would have done if I was doing the performance capture myself. So,
and I was not familiar with the cheeseburger conversations. I think that's in Metal Gear 5. But there was really a strong support for artificial ingredients, which seemed very Metal Gear to me.
How are the burgers? How's your burger?
It's so tasty. I got an Impossible burger. This is a vegetarian burger. Not that I'm necessarily a vegetarian, but I had an actual burger yesterday, and I didn't want to overburger myself. And it's so good. So if you come to LA and you see Fat Burger, that's the burger. In-N-Out, I don't understand In-N-Out burger. They got little tiny thin patties, and the fries taste like sort of warmed over styrofoam. So not really sure why that's a thing, but Fat Burger, all the way.
Hello, David. It's Frankie. How was your time in Dublin, Ireland for Comic-Con?
Frankie? It was so great, but I can't stop talking like this now, because you get over there and you realize it's more fun to talk like in an Irish accent than it is in my regular accent. So I did that, and then I had this barmaid whack me with a menu and say, you talk normal like this, and she was freaking out on me.
Maybe we should talk in Irish for the rest of the.
Let's do it.
Maybe not.
Oh, I don't know why we wouldn't.
David has a very particular set of skills.
That's right.
I wonder how the mic. How's the mic? I don't know.
Ask them. They'll know.
Oh. How's the mic, guys? I couldn't hear a word you guys said.
Right.
Let's see. Wow, there's so many questions. Like you look, it's like 145 new messages, questions. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. This is a lot of fun for us. Somebody's getting emotional. How does the Diamond Dog? Why did Diamond Dog taste?
Diamond Dog.
David, what did you mean by everything is a lie on Twitter?
Well, I think I just tweeted that randomly because I was tired of being lied to. But I think that this event probably illustrates my point better than anything I could ever describe.
Here, you want to do a few more?
I do.
I don't know.
Have I played the Metal Gear?
Just hanging out.
Have I ever played the Metal Gear NES games? No, I have not. But I would like to. So that's the plan.
Do you have any? Let me ask you a question. Is there anything that you want to talk about that's upcoming? I mean, most of the stuff we usually can because of NDAs, but have you got anything coming up that you want to tell everybody about?
Well, Snake, you should be on this couch. Well, you're gonna have to listen. I'm very choosy as to which couches I sit on, so they have to send me the specs. Oh, having the two of us talk with you makes you very happy. That's good. I'm hoping that was the effect that we had. Not many people know that Robin voices Medic on TF2. What's TF2? Do you know?
It's not funny. Team Fortress 2.
Oh, okay.
He's very loud, like every line is like, Medic Archimedes! It's like super loud. It's time to practice medicine. Yeah, it was a really fun character. What else do we have?
I'd like to give a shout out to Big Dante. He's unable to make it to the stream, so kind of makes the shout out superfluous, but that's just me. Oh wait, where's the, okay, OMG, best burgers, medium rare, well done. I prefer medium rare.
I think medium rare to medium for me. I like my steak medium rare.
Could I ever rock Old Snake's stash? Well, I think I would rock it. I don't know if I would choose it for my face because stash, I don't know, I always look kind of like a French waiter. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Robin, your performance in MGS5 was one of the best performances ever.
Okay, thank you.
Well,
I have to say that I really missed you in that.
Yeah, thank you. Well, I wasn't invited.
And I would like to give another shout out. I know you gave a shout out to Chris Zimmerman earlier, but I want to give a shout out to Chris and thank her for bringing me in and casting me as Cos Miller, among some other roles, thinking of Suited 51 and some other stuff. But yeah, thanks, Chris. If you're, I don't know if you're watching, but her Twitter is @TalkingDogs, and she just directed Spider-Man, so her Twitter is kind of blowing up on because of that project.
Yeah, which is a pretty awesome game. I played it. I'm now 99% finished, and yet still swinging around. When we go into public, do you guys talk like Kaz or Snake for fun? Do you ever use your Kaz voice on people?
No, I don't. No,
No,
just simply no.
We played you like a damn fiddle. Somebody asked me to say that. They also asked me to say liquid.
Snake.
Right. So
Look at all the hearts right there.
I know, so many hearts.
This is awesome.
Robin, are you involved with Death Stranding?
No.
And what did your tweet to Kojima mean?
Oh my God.
28?
I think it would be too long to explain that. I definitely wasn't trying to lead anybody on. It wasn't me. Diamond Dogs. Shh.
They sent someone.
Cypher.
Somebody wanted me to say Fortnite in Snake's voice, so I did. Yeah, so one time I was at a production at the Amundsen Theater of Death of a Salesman. And I was there with my wife, and there were two people in front of us. There were a couple, and they were making out, like, just macking on each other, like this. My wife got really annoyed, and she sort of told me, and then she was annoyed, so I was annoyed. So they're just wow, like this, and I leaned down into the guy's ear, like put my lips like right to his ear and said, "Get a room," like this. And the guy leapt up out of his chair, and then the girl wanted to make out some more, and he was like, "No, I don't want to do that." So,
that's hilarious.
So yes, the Snake voice does come in handy on occasion. You guys are legends. Cosplaying Snake always makes it awesome to remember the good times. That's right.
Yeah, let's get some more good times back. I mean, I'd be certainly down.
Well, I'd be down. You just need a $100 million apparatus around you to create a proper game.
Well, the lotto's pretty big next week, so maybe if I win the 1.6 billion,
Oh, that'd be great.
that would be one of the things. I'll just we'll just do it.
And
something.
It'll be convenient because I'll be hanging out in your house right there. You won't know.
It'll be a different house, but.
Who let the dogs out? Even the dogs are good at acting. That's right.
Oh, I think people, if they haven't seen it, the article that you talked about, 20 years, that was a really interesting article that I read and kind of reminded me of, coming back to LA and you're hanging out in the hills and you get the call. It was a really cool article.
Oh yeah, thanks. Yeah, if you didn't see it, it's linked on my Twitter. I did an essay about how I got cast in the first Metal Gear and how poor I was at the time. So there you go. Oh, what do I think of the MGS movie in the works by Jordan Vogt Roberts? I think it's awesome. I am. Thank you. Mm-hmm. I've been talking to him about it, and he was a little nervous to reach out to me, sort of not knowing the politics and having been a fan and whatnot. But the artwork that they've done so far, and the fact that he's sort of gotten a bunch of the voice actors to speak about the movie, I think speaks to the fact that he's a real fan as well, and is an amazing director. And so I hope that it's great. Was anything ever ad-libbed in any of the games? Well, no. I don't know if you ever tried this, but I'm a writer, so I would get some of my lines and I'd be like, I don't know what I'm saying here. Can we change this to something? And then there'd be a big kerfuffle in the booth, and then they would call Tokyo and they'd get some producer on the line, and it would take about 10 minutes for them to come back and say, no, you can't change that at all. So no, nothing was ever ad-lib, but we did a lot of joking around in the booth. So two things that almost ended up in the game. One time, Raiden referred to somebody as a bitch. He was like, that's not going to happen, bitch. And then because it's Japanese engineers, they don't really always know that we've done that as a joke. And then one other time when I was Old Snake, there's a very uncomfortable scene with Jennifer Hale, who Dr. Naomi, and she's saying, this advanced aging is affecting you and so on and so forth. Why don't you take off your clothes? So he takes off his clothes. And Jennifer ad-libbed. She was supposed to get so upset. And I'm like, hey, take it easy. I still look all right. And she's like, oh, Snake, so shriveled like this. And that almost ended up in the game.
I thought she was going to say, now I know why they call you Snake.
Yeah, well, yeah. But the solid part had left me at that point due to my advanced aging. Robin, could you ask David to give the phone back to you because it was ours?
What does that mean? I don't understand.
No idea. I'm sure it's the inside.
Well, how many more of these shall we do? We've got, I think maybe, a few more. I mean,
we've got a couple more.
We just wanted time, guys. It doesn't have, it could be next month or, whenever.
Yeah, I was thinking, maybe we could get some of the other actors together and answer some of your questions. Again, I apologize for misleading you, but we did want to send our love and reach out to the fan community and say, essentially, you're pretty good.
Somebody says that they read your escapist article and it was really insightful and informative.
Oh, good. Well, that was my goal.
Your best liquid Snake impression.
Snake, did you like my sunglasses? I do a disturbingly good liquid Snake. I don't know if Cam Clark would agree, but I really enjoy it.
Sending love to you guys. What is that?
It's just
by the way, first time on Periscope. So we're just figuring it out, but it's actually pretty easy.
Shout out to Old Snake. Can I give a shout out to Outer Heaven?
It's like a shout out for X-Men.
And X-Men, yes, that was my big.
Sheba, stop pushing in. Like sometimes she just
big break.
She's got to come in and get the love.
Oh, it's a good girl. Use your beauty. Thank you. It's dog kisses. Thank you.
I'm skipping a couple of songs because some of these you can't even answer.
Some of them are highly inappropriate.
Can be Metal Gear Snake Eater, my favorite from the series.
Me too.
Snake Eater.
It's pretty good.
I mean, so you worked on it for...
I did 9 games, 12 years, 9 games. Yeah.
Wow, so cool.
Yeah, Robin, so your first one was Peachwater. Is that correct?
No, I actually had worked in some other ones. I started out as a soldier.
Oh, you were Johnny Sasaki, were you not?
I don't know if
Did
I
you
was.
have diarrhea? No, seriously, that's Johnny's thing.
I don't remember. I just remember my first line was, what was that? I thought I heard something.
Yeah, I think that's.
But that was wasn't that pretty much every guard, when you're trying to sneak?
It was, but there was one guard in particular, and he always had this amoebic dysentery, but he ended up marrying Meryl, who was Debbie Mae West.
I don't think that was me.
Which really annoyed me, because I thought Meryl was going to end up with Snake, but Snake ended up dying of accelerated aging alone on his ranch with his wolf dogs, which is fine, but I was a little like, hey, Meryl, what the hell? That's kind of ageist, don't you think? Anyway, it wasn't up to me.
What does this mean here? David and Robin, please, I beg you, what were you tweeting about along with? Along with?
I think that was this. That's what we were tweeting about.
Yeah. And this just sort of...
Is Kaz working with Skullface? No, this is my real face.
You already did Fortnite. Brothers, it's been too long. Somebody said that. Who's that? Read that, Samuel.
That's Samuel somebody or other.
Should give a shout out.
That's not Kiefer Sutherland.
Kiefer. Hey, Kiefer.
Yeah, we couldn't get Kiefer.
Metal Gear Solid isn't Metal Gear Solid without both of you.
Thank you.
So nice.
David, when's Guyver 3? Well, I don't know. I literally, in the past month, had lunch with one of the producers of Guyver 3 of Guyver to discuss the rights situation. And, you know, I think it's possible to happen, but it is, I think the curiosity is whether or not there'd be enough fan support to make it financially worthwhile, because that's the problem with the movies. They're expensive. But I would love to do it. I've spoken to Steve Wang about it. We talk about it all the time.
Hold on, it's Kiefer.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can't. He has to get this because Kiefer's on a 24-hour time limit.
I'll be right back.
Okay, now he's gone.
Well,
now he's gone.
It's actually it's for the Diamond Dog.
Okay, so here's the situation. Robin Atkin Downes has now left me in the living room, in his living room, which is lovely, to talk with you people. Which is nice, except he also took my phone, so I can't see the questions.
Just left you hanging.
Just left me hanging.
There's like a million people out there.
Yeah. Can David say, is riding...
Why isn't there a D-cat? I don't know, I have dogs.
I have a D-cat.
You do?
I do. I don't know what a D-cat is.
Can David say, is
riding one of the snakes? I can say it.
It was Johnny. Wow.
I can't understand.
So now everybody's going to think I was Johnny. I don't.
Well, I think you were Johnny. I thought I remembered because you came in and I don't know. We'll have to check that out.
Ooh.
What do I think about Quentin Tarantino movies?
Tarantino.
They're good, but I prefer Tarantino.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, look, I love Reservoir Dogs and Pulp Fiction and those.
Yeah, I love Tarantino.
Miraculous. The guys.
We need a Guyver game.
Yeah, Guyver game would be cool.
Visitor Collins in Manila. We'd love to have you. Expected that Guyver question. We'd love to come to Manila. Actually, my neighbor is from Manila. He keeps threatening to take me over there. So,
oh, nice.
Like down
in a kidnap sort of situation.
Speaking of,
I have a certain set of skills.
I have a very particular set of skills.
Very particular set of skills. That's right.
This was actually something, and I don't know why we've never done a convention together. So that is something I would love to do.
Well, I've talked to some of the convention people about bringing like doing a whole Metal Gear cast thing, because everybody, I'm going to take credit for this, because I demanded that we all record together for all those games over all those years. We're all pretty good friends, and at least I'm close with, Paul Eiding and Jennifer Hale and Christopher Randolph and Debbie Mae West and the whole
it's a small world, like we all know each other. So
yeah, and we work on other games together, and Tara Strong and everybody, and so yeah, I would love to.
Where's the location? We got to pick a good location for everybody. I mean, I guess it doesn't.
I mean, it's easiest to get everybody together in Los Angeles, but I think we should go to Hong Kong or someplace cool.
That would be cool. I'd love to go back there.
Yeah.
You just got a message from somebody.
Oh yes, that's right.
I hear you read a couple.
That's my next appointment.
Maybe we'll
Robin,
wrap it up. Maybe a few more. And
your home is lovely.
Or we could just hang out. I could make you a margarita or something.
Oh yeah.
I was asking that earlier. Like, what does Snake drink?
I don't know what Snake drinks. If anybody knows out there, I don't recall him discussing drinking anything except for maybe pond water and tree frog juice. Snake, I love you. David, can you say, hey Jeffrey, in my old Snake voice? Absolutely not.
I hope this sounds good. We should have just mic'd up. But I'm sure.
Somebody said,
good old iPhone.
This isn't the first time Robin left David for Kiefer. Oh, Michael Goff was Johnny.
Okay, I love Michael Goff.
He's pretty awesome. Yeah. So, is that true? All right. Sean Ranklin, that's a shout out for you. Man's not hot. All right. So, Robin, you played a soldier called Johnny, not the farty one, in Portable Ops.
Really?
I knew it. But see, knowing Johnny Sasaki the way I did, I was a little concerned about this new Johnny. So, all right. Okay. I think we should maybe wrap it up. It's a little difficult to keep up with all of this. It's just so...
It's overwhelming, like the amount of people that turned out, so...
Yeah, so
and
the question is what
we've just been going through the whole time. Love you guys too.
It's pretty awesome. So, will you guys reprise your roles in a new Metal Gear Solid, or are you involved with a new title? We would, but we're not yet, but I'm sure we would.
But we're involved in lots of new projects. Some of them, most of them probably cannot talk about.
It's true.
But
well, I'm producing and writing a show on Netflix called Warrior Nun, which shoots in January in Spain, so I'm very excited about that. I'm talking about a couple of other movies to write. I have a movie that I'm attached to direct, which we're going out with now.
And I have a couple of big game announcements hopefully before December, and next year I have a series, a sequel to a movie, and you'll see me on camera. So
nice.
It's some cool stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I'm also doing David Sobolov and I believe, are doing a big two-part episode on The Flash.
Nice.
Because I'm King Shark and he's Gorilla Grodd. And I've been wanting to eat Gorilla Grodd for quite some time, but I think we're teaming up, so we'll see how that goes. So here's an interesting question. So how did you guys discover that you had real voice actor voices? So, I mean, obviously we're both very handsome men. So clearly we were intended for on camera, but our voices were also superb. So how...
Well, I mean, I always say that my voiceover career evolved out of people asking me if I could do things. So it started out, I thought, that'd be fun to be on a cartoon. You know, I started out as an actor in the theater and then on camera. And so I sort of applied all of those skills to voiceover. But then there's all these different niches that I found that I, like creature voices, I didn't know my throat was capable of doing that. I didn't know I was capable of hearing somebody and imitating them.
Right.
So there's lots of different things that I sort of found out when people say, you know, can you do a chicken voice?
Right.
I don't know, let me try. And they're like, oh, we have a chicken, you know?
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's awesome.
So, yeah. See, now you would have beat me out. No wrong.
Yeah.
That was good.
Well, it was my first one. Of all the 8 billion people in the world...
Wait, you didn't answer the question.
You guys are in my top 2 billion. How did I find out? Well, you know, I did voices in Japan. I just got randomly called from my high school to do arcade games out of Japan. But I had intended to be an actor's actor, and so I did a lot of stage work. So I started training so I would be able to be heard in an auditorium. And I kind of developed this voice. But my parents also did a lot of accents, and so we'd always be talking Irish or or Scottish or whatever at home, and so I had a facility for that sort of thing. But it was Gordon Hunt who discovered me. I was on an episode of Major Dad. I did a guest star playing a Russian, the son of Yakov Smirnov, who was a visiting Russian major, and I ended up making out with the major's daughter, and got a kerfuffle there as well. And then Gordon Hunt was in the audience, and he's a legendary animation director. Mm-hmm. And so he asked me to come play a Russian on Captain Planet. The casting director was Chris Zimmerman, and that was my first job. In fact, I just got to tell, John, so I went and I spoke to Chris, and I said, look, I've never done this before, and I'm a little nervous. She said, just read your script, go sit in the thing, we'll call you into the booth, and we'll go from there. And I said, okay, and I backed out, and I ran right into this guy, and I turned around, and it was John Rhys Davies, who played Sala in Raiders of the Lost Ark, and Gimli in Lord of the Rings. And I got to tell John Rhys Davies that story last weekend in Dublin. 25 years later.
He's such a cool dude.
Awesome.
It's funny you talk about Gordon Hunt because some of my beginnings started with him recommending me for.
There's a little Atkin Downes here.
A little daughter keeps running in.
Come here, Natasha.
What are you wearing there? They can't see you up there. Do you have shorts on?
Yeah, if you're not wearing pants, you can't be on the show.
Hold on a second.
Oh, Dave, would I play Snake in the NGS movie? I would, but I don't think they're going to ask me to do so. I will pay Marvel to bring back Robin as the voice of Cyclops.
No, that's
usually
nice.
good Cyclops. Yeah.
What I was going to say about Gordon Hunt is, I was the original Rico Rodriguez. Hello. You can say hi. Everyone say hi. This is my daughter, Natasha, and David has a daughter named Natasha.
It's true.
So I was playing Rico Rodriguez, who was a Spanish guy, and Amy Hennig called up Chris Zimmerman, and Gordon and was looking for a Spanish guy, Navarro, in the first Uncharted.
Oh, cool.
And that's how I did the first performance capture for that, and that led to another 10 years, or more working with Naughty Dog, so I'd like to thank Gordon for it.
Yeah, well,
And Chris,
my whole
and Amy.
career.
Yeah.
Natasha is cute. She's adorable. Hi, Natasha. Hello. Sunny.
She is.
Yeah, she's like Sunny a little bit. What do I think of Frank Yeager, Gray Fox? Well, he's a tragic figure, and I appreciate the fact that he let himself get stomped by Metal Gear to save my life. Mad love, Frank. All right. Well,
So you want to wrap it up with, I don't know, yeah, I mean, I would just say, just thank you for tuning in today. Thank you for, all the years of Metal Gear. Obviously, you worked on it a lot longer than I did. 20 years.
It wasn't the same without you.
Thanks.
It was a bleak wasteland of horror and rude actors until Robin showed up and changed my whole experience.
And, maybe we'll do something like this again, or like you said, get the rest of the cast together. I thought it'd be fun for us to shoot something at a cool bar in LA or something, and, have the Metal Gear cast out and it's all night. And
that would be pretty
do
awesome.
something fun.
Because I don't know what Snake drinks, but I know what I drink.
And keep letting the powers that be know that you want to see another one, maybe another.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like we don't discuss these things behind the scenes. So, but the point is, keep sharing your fan love, and we'll go from there. I drink Irish whiskey and Japanese beer, by the way, if that's a question I left hanging. So, all right.
Okay. Well, thank you so much.
I'm going to turn off the Periscope.
Take care. Let's see, how do I turn it off?
How you doing?